The first screen that a client sees when coming into MacroPath is the goals page. Obviously, the goals are going to be set between the client and the coach. However, this is going to move them along through the onboarding. Once the data points are put in, then we put in the activity level. Your clients can click skip at the bottom because this is to select a day to check in with your AI coach. And then we come to the calories and macros page. As a coach, we're going to pay the most attention to the adjust macros button in the middle of the screen. This is where the client will put in the macros that you've given them. So once the macros are set, we click apply, and then we click continue at the bottom of the screen. Before I continue on to the meals, I'm going to start this process again with a fat loss goal because a number of coaches are beginning to use MacroPath to set beginning macros for group coaching or lifestyle clients. One of the challenges with group coaching is setting a large amount of reliable macros to start. The client can see the pathway to their goal, and of course, with each check-in, the coach can adjust the macros. This is saving the profile. Then we go on to the meal planning. I'm going to select 4 days. The client can choose up to 7, and then you can choose up to 7 meals, name them, put the timing in. And this is where we select the variety of the meals. I personally like to eat the same meals every day, and this is where the personalization can happen a little bit more. We can have vegan, vegetarian, pescatarian, common allergens. We can select these here so that they're eliminated if anyone's obviously has a serious allergy. And then foods to include. If there's absolutely something that someone must have, they can select it here. I've hypersped up this page. This is the AI at work. Depending on the amount of days selected and the amount of variety, it can take between 3 to 5 minutes. This is where they're going to land next. So we're going to take the tour here of their meal plan. There is a badge at the top of every meal that shows the breakdown of each meal. The meals, again, are built from building blocks of protein, carbs, and fat. These meals are designed to be assembled, no complicated recipes, because the more simple it is, the more the adherence rate is. Each individual item can be toggled open so that the client can see how much for each meal. Each individual item can be regenerated if they want a different option. If they don't like the meal in general, they can regenerate an entire meal. And also rating the meal. The thumbs up or the thumbs down tells the AI if they like it or not. And that's going to help make it even more personalized over time. Of course, they can edit and delete the meal as they go as well. And then last, we're going to click on the shopping list. This is another friction point that MacroPath eliminates. Here, the client has their entire shopping list, and it can also be sent to Instacart that you can see at the top. The daily diary page has the target macros and calories at the top. Each of the individual food items here can either be clicked on to be updated, deleted, or simply the arrow on the right of each food item can be toggled open so that we can see how much to add for the meal of that food item. And I want to just again point out that all of these meals are designed to be assembled, no complicated recipes. So we can see here just the basics: protein, carbs, and fat. So lean ground chicken, walnuts, sweet potato, rice, non-fat Greek yogurt, things that clients can assemble and repeat. Next, I'm clicking Mark as Eaten in the bottom of the right-hand corner of each meal. This is going to start my adherence streak, and it impacts at the top the calorie and macro targets. So for each meal, we're going to click Mark as Eaten, and again, we're going to scroll back to the top, and you can see that the blue line moves farther to the right. This is showing the closer that you're getting to your daily adherence. So we're going to continue this for the mid-afternoon meal, and then we're going to continue this for the dinner meal, and then when we scroll back at the top, you can see that the macros and the calories are perfectly hit. The AI planned the meals, the AI logged the meals, and all the client has to do is click Mark as Eaten, and they're going to see themselves nail their day. If someone is carb or calorie cycling, a day's macros can be adjusted and it won't impact the other days. Although people do like to add some of their favorite foods. The ability here is to be able to add a food with a barcode. You can also add a food by scanning a food label, taking a photo of the food label. We can take a picture of the plate and take a photo of our meal. This is not going to be entirely accurate. However, it does increase adherence rates just by the habit of logging the food. We can also voice log the food. The favorites and the recipes, this is a clean account, so I don't have any favorites or recipes saved right now, but the client can mark foods as favorites, load in their own recipes, and that's going to help them be able to pull those up anytime. If someone wants an additional tracker, we've got a database of foods here as well, so people can search for what they want to look and see. And that is MacroPath. Any questions, let me know. I'd love to help.